working? Alright. Here we go. We're going to begin Mega Man X5 next. And, of course, as you can see, we are on Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2. The Legacy Collection 1, of course, contained Mega Man X 1 through 4. This has X5 through 8. And so, a little bit of a disclaimer before we start X5. There are actually multiple endings to this game. And it's actually very complicated how it works. So, basically is that, you know what, I'll just go ahead and wait. I'll explain it after we get into this stage. So, let's go ahead and get that started. And unlike X4, I'm going to go ahead and start with with X, not 0. I'm also going to skip the tutorial, because there is a tutorial that goes with this, and it's kind of nice and interesting, but, nah, it's nothing important to the story at all. And I am going to use the ultimate armor. So, let me go ahead and get that set up really quick. I need to pull up what the cheat code is. Again, as usual, using Megaman. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot. I'm going to reset this so that you can see the little intro video, because the intro video is really nice. And while that plays, I'm going to go ahead and look at on Mega Man X5. As usual, I'm using mhp.net. I definitely recommend them, as usual. And they are, he has some very good detailed walkthroughs. It's what I go through whenever I'm looking for support on what I'm looking for, maybe some more detail, maybe I don't recall off the top of my head. Or, of course, for these cheat codes, for like the Ultimate Armor, for instance. And as usual, I promise, I will not spam the Nova Strike too much. I'll use it here and there, especially to traverse across areas easily. But, yeah. I promise I will not spam it so much that I just destroy every boss in like 5 hits. Because it is that powerful. Especially in the next game. It's even worse in the next game. Okay, so we're going to go to Game Start. So we select X, and what you do is you press up twice, 1, 2, and down 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That tone tells you that it worked, so you go ahead and start. And it will even start with the Ultimate Armor, which is nice. In the year of 21XX, Mega Man X, Episode 5. Originally, the last episode. Originally, of course. Yes, it's ready. Piece of cake. The colony is still alive. I can let it fall at any time. Please, let me do it now. I'm getting bored. All I have to do is go back to the Earth and scatter the virus. You're exactly what I expected. Oh, mysterious voice. We obviously have no idea who that is, right? I mean, yeah, that portrait, that little face up there, that tells us nothing about who that is, right? Right? You're doing a good job. Nobody dares to fight against you, except those stupid Maverick hunters. I'll do anything for you. Anything. Good. I'm going to Earth to execute our plan. Stay where you are and await further instruction. But I don't think you need to do it, personally. Are they really a threat? Are X and Zero really so strong that you can't let someone else do it? Yes, in a manner of speaking. Zero, I'll show you what you really are and who your true enemy is. I sound like Grievous with my coughing with this, but oh well. This is Hunter Base. Can you hear me, X? Sigma appeared suddenly and moved toward the statue, which is under construction. We lost his trail and haven't picked up any readings since. I've lost contact with Zero 2. Where would he go? You can reach by going the statue by going straight in that direction. Stay alert. Several machines, even some deserted taxis, have become mavericks in the areas. Taxis? Wow, that's bad. Be careful. Oh, it's my control key. So X-Buster, jump. This is going to be dash. Special weapon. This is L, R, Giga Attack. Auto charge, rapid fire. Thank you. I want to do auto charge. Yes, I think I can. I'm going to do auto charge. It's a nice little tool. So now we're actually playing as X, which, of course, for people who saw on the last two streams, it's definitely a change of pace. What a terrible sight. The highway's been badly damaged. We've got to find Sigma before he destroys anything else, or we'll be in very serious trouble. We'll get pay cuts. For failing our jobs. Oh, that's another nice thing about this game. You can crouch. I'm just going to skip this because this is talking about something about the game, about the building collapsing like that. That actually would not kill you if you let it hit you, it would just do a lot of damage. Yeah. Just ignoring the idea. Yeah, no, I'm fine by this. Zero, are you alright? I'm okay. Just a bit of a bruised ego. Anyway, where's Sigma? He lost his whole arm. I think it's a little more than a bruised ego, Zero. He took off. Ellie is looking for him now, but can't pick up any readings. He's a virus. He can't be seen or analyzed correctly like other data. You have to feel his evil energy. That's the only way to find him. I see. Well, you should go back to the base, Zero. You can't fight him in this condition. I can feel him. Sigma's close by. I'll leave here so as not to disturb you, but I'll check the surrounding area before I go. I can feel him too. Sigma's very close to us. Be careful, X. I'll explain about this whole scene with Zero being like that. I'll explain that after all this happens. Stupid Maverick Hunters. Okay. You will all feel the true Maverick power right before you die. So maybe I was not being 100% truthful when I said I'm not going to use that often. I'm definitely going to use it this way. Especially for fights like this. Too much is awesome. Darn! That blast released a Sigma virus. Oh wow, it covered the Earth quick. It must have spread all over and could cover the Earth by now. All the replicants are getting severely infected. Oh man, this is too close to home right now. Oh, Corona. Sigma, he lots to us on purpose. We have to evacuate immediately. This is Hunter Base. Can you read me? Are you alright? Any damage? Are you alright? X, Zero. entire Earth has been thrown into a panic because of the Sigma virus. That sounds like the Earth right now with the coronavirus. It's dangerous to stay there. Report back to the base. Darn it. Sigma, you will pay for this. Even if we fight, what good will it do? A battle won't solve the problem. The situation is far worse than expected. Sigma's explosion has spread the virus all over the Earth. Humans and Reploids are in total panic. What's worse, the space colony, Eurasia, is heading straight toward us. At this rate, it's going to crash into the Earth in 16 hours. Everything, including Reploids and the entire human race, will be annihilated. We have no choice. For the sake of the world, we must destroy the colony. But the only weapon we have in the Hunter base still works is the Enigma, and it's very old. We also have a space shuttle, but it's been affected by the virus, and the autopilot function doesn't work. So we need someone to fly it to the colony and let it collide. It's almost certain death, but we have no other choice. How's the condition of the Enigma? Far from perfect. In order to use the Enigma, we need to build it up with some devices. The Enigma doesn't work as is. Under the influence of the Sigma virus, a lot of Maverick hunters have become Mavericks, and only a few other hunters remain. Normal. Let's join forces with the rest of our brothers and complete the Enigma. Ugh, it's like screaming out, mission report, clear time, Mavericks defeated. That's all I always imagine this one right here. So we'll save data, so that's my completed one. I'll use data 2 this time. Okay. Continue the game, yes. We only have 16 hours left before the collision. We have to upgrade the Enigma before then. There are 4 Mavericks that have the devices required to enhance the Enigma. So now we're up to looting this time. Crescent Grizzly, a weapons broker. He has the crystal ball. Whatever that does. Tidal Whale, he lives in the ocean. We will have access to hydrogen if we can secure the ocean. Well, that makes sense, but I feel like we could secure other sources of hydrogen. Okay. Volch Kraken, an ex-Maverick hunter. He has an energy card. Okay. Shining Firefly, a doctor of engineering. He has a laser device. There are 4 other Mavericks, but these 4 Mavericks are the only ones who have the devices to upgrade in the Enigma. X, Zero, you are the only Maverick hunters that can reach these Mavericks. Okay. They're all else gone. Split up so you can gather the devices. To check the devices that you have required, press the R1 button in the stage select screen, and go to the device setup screen. To equip power-up parts, press the L1 button in the stage select screen. Prepare your equipment and fulfill your mission. So yes, so there are still 8 Mavericks like normal, but we have these 4 we can worry about. The other 4 literally do not matter right now. And I say right now because, well, you see, that plays into the idea of there being more than one possible ending for this game. So what you can do is that there are 3 endings to the game. The first ending you can get is that the Enigma is fired. You fire the Enigma at the space colony and it successfully destroys it. And there's no need for the space shuttle. And then you continue at the end of the game from there. The second ending is that that the Enigma fails, but you launch the space shuttle instead, which these other 4 Mavericks who have parts to enhance the space shuttle make it more likely to succeed. And the space shuttle succeeds, but even the Enigma fails, the space shuttle succeeds. And then you continue the end game from there, but it's almost identical to the Enigma succeeding, but the thing is that you just go to 4 extra stages that you don't have to do otherwise. Of course, it's best to do all 8 anyway, so you get all these weapons and you get all the power-ups and everything, but, technically, yeah, you don't have to. And the third ending is the worst ending. It's that the Enigma fails, and so you try the space shuttle, and the space shuttle fails, and the colony crashes into the Earth. And here's the thing. If you run out of hours, then whatever weapon you have, like for instance right now we have 16 hours to collision, and the hours go down every time you do a stage. So it's like you have 4 chances for each stage. Um, and you run out, of course, a chance is whenever you run out of lives and you return to save select, and or save. And so, or even if you don't run out of lives, if you successfully complete the mission on, even if on your first time, and you return to save select and or save, then you lose an hour. And so, once it goes down, say right here, let's say we go all the way from 16 to 0, it'll make you fire the Enigma with whatever parts or with whatever parts you have, even if you have 0 parts. Because, and then if it fails, it'll give you additional time. I believe 4 hours or something like that. Yeah, and that extra time can be used to try to go after the other 4 Mavericks. And then once that timer runs out, it makes you do the shuttle. So, here's the thing though. I could actually technically end the game, or at least the main segment of the game now. Like, right now, if I go to R1, I go to the Enigma. I can look at the Enigma status, and it'll tell me all these things here, which this is not too terribly important. But right now, I could actually shoot the Enigma right now, and while it's very limited, I could technically actually succeed. But the likelihood of that is very low. But the more parts you have, the more likely it is that you'll succeed. But be aware, if you get all 4 of these, you do not have a 100% guarantee of winning. At least I don't believe in you. I believe there's still a chance that it could fail. And same thing with the shuttle. You have the exact same thing where there are 4 parts, and the more parts you get, the higher chance. And here's the thing though, the Enigma shot ending, the successful Enigma shot ending and the successful space shuttle ending are basically the same. The only difference in the whole story is, well, what succeeded? Was it the shot or the shuttle? If the shot succeeds, you don't need the shuttle. If the shot fails, you use the shuttle and that succeeds. But everything after those points are the exact same. Like, the final ending is the exact same. But then the third one is different, and I will explain that probably when we beat the game. And I'm going to go for the canon ending, which the canon ending, if you follow on to X6, is that the Enigma fails, but the space shuttle succeeds, which is a little convoluted, and you wouldn't have figured that until one day would have made the X6 if you were waiting for it. So, what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm actually going to go ahead and not even worry about these 4 guys right now. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Enigma now. The time has come at last. We're going to launch the Enigma. The fate of the Earth depends on it. Yeah, we haven't done anything. We're good. The energy, the power, the angle, everything is clear. Alright, blast off! Blast off! Blast off! Blast off! Yeah, it only fired one time. For some reason it does that. You can actually tell if you were to succeed or not because the animation there is different. But I can tell that's the failed one. Did we make it? Did it crash? Alia, give us a report. Negative. We destroyed only 62%. So this is what happens when you fail the Enigma shot. But you can still do the shuttle. We have merely made it change orbit and delayed the time of impact. Curses! The Enigma was not successful? No, but we have a backup plan. Let's concentrate on our next move. Alright, we will execute the shuttle operation. Don't give up hope. The future of the Earth depends on us. This is our last hope. The space shuttle operation. The shuttle will approach and fly into the colony. The pilots will eject at the last minute. It's very dangerous because they could get sucked into the blast. In the end, I fear that this will fail just like the Enigma. We need to gather as many devices as we can to strengthen the shuttle's power. The autopilot function doesn't work. Okay, gather as many devices as you can. We'll try to upgrade from here. This is the last chance for us. I know this mission is hard for you all, but the important thing is for us to stay optimistic. Now let's get to work. Our only hope is that the space shuttle is a space shuttle. We can't waste any time. Let me describe the 4 Mavericks that have devices to upgrade the shuttle. Spike Rose Red. Details unknown. He carries a concealed orbiter engine. Burn Dino Rex, a weapons storage guard. He owns a booster for rockets. Spyro Pegasus, a Repliforce's air wing, and an Orbiter wing is at his base. Dark Necrobat, a mysterious maverick, is a fuel tank. We have little time, but we have to gather as many devices as possible. So now we have 17 hours, so it gave me an extra hour. So I'm going to go ahead and do one stage, so then we can go ahead and succeed. And I can save everything. So, let's see. I'm going to do Spyro Pegasus, because he's actually not too bad. And of course, you'll see Repliforce again. Yeah, the remnants of the one here. And so here's the thing. If you had started as X, and of course you didn't use, if you started as X and you did not use the command for the Ultimate Armor, you get what's called the Force Armor, which is just the fully upgraded armor from X4 with the Buster part that makes the plasma shot, not the 4 charge shots if anyone knows about that. So, you would start that, and you still get to keep Zero, but here's the thing. Zero has his own Z-Buster in this game, and honestly I don't even like it that much anyway, because you have to stand in place and shoot it. I'll demonstrate it probably after I beat X5 at some point, if anyone really wants that. But the thing is about the Zero Buster is that it's not that useful anyway, but if you start as X, Zero loses his Z-Buster. I guess that's a side effect from the fact that he lost an arm, or at least his arm was blown off in a fight against Sigma or something. But here's the thing, if you started as Zero, at this point you keep your Z-Buster, but X would only get his default form. You would lose the Force Armor, and you also would not be able to have the Ultimate Armor at all. You have to make do with just this and gather armors for the game. So yeah. And you can only play as one in each mission, but you can play either one at any time. Like, for instance, if I want to play Zero here, if I want to play as X another one, then I can do it. But I'm going to play as X for almost the entire time. At least for X5. Because this is a very hard game. Zero's hard enough as it is. In X6, Zero's actually kind of overpowered in some ways, even though X is still the better one by far, but, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and do this stage. You can get the Orbiter wing from the Repliforce's air wing, but I can't believe that Sigma virus could have gotten to the Repliforce's air wing. Darn, someone set the bombs. They're small, but do not underestimate their firepower. Destroy them before they detonate. Yeah, you want to destroy them, they will do some damage. Now, here's the thing. These guys, if you get them, it gives you a lot of health, and it gives you a life buff. And there's a whole bunch of them. So this guy's who need rescue. Quite a bit. Oh, okay. There are bombs above you. Climb up and destroy them. There we go. Out of charge is kind of useful. It's nice to have. I don't have to worry about pulling down buttons. Got that from the second, so I'm glad I did that. Not that I really ever use weapon tank, especially because there's a perk to Ultimate Armor. You have unlimited weapon ammo. So here's the gameplay aspect, the Zero Virus. You see that little glowing normal thing down there? When you gather enough Sigma virus, that thing starts to fill up. It goes from green normal to yellow caution to red danger, and then to magenta infected. And if you get infected, you start taking constant damage. And it eventually goes away, but yeah, you want to avoid that. There's Nova Strike. Nova Strike you save. Yeah, nice thing to get this physical one. Yeah, you can't destroy it. safe. Nothing destroys it. You just have to avoid it. He'll eventually disappear because you ignore him. Sometimes. But it's not a big deal if you get one or two. Like that, I just got one. Not a big deal. Go away. Go away. Stop. Of course now. That. Lost Shutter. And I have 7 lives, if you look at that. But again, it's absolutely pointless, like I said in the previous game, because lives and continues are really the exact same thing. You run out of lives, you start just like before. X, I've wanted to meet you. But considering the situation, we don't have time for small talk. Soon the Repo Force's air wing will fall. You may be our only hope, but you have to convince me first. Through battle. Okay. Here's where I will avoid standing and overstepping if I have to. And let's just try to beat him and have that. Especially if I had him. Whoa! Now if I start getting like really desperate, like I'm about to die, okay, then I'll put you in the strike a little bit early. But otherwise, I'm gonna try to avoid it. This is just like Storm Eagle. It's a lot less fighting. Ooh! You gotta be careful, because if he hits you like that and he charges you, and he can knock you off the edge, because he will throw you far. I think a lot of these guys are a lot like Storm Eagle. Whoa! Yeah. You know how much damage that thing does? Good enough. So, A rank. You got DNA data from the boss you just defeated. Your special weapon. Okay. If you get a high enough rank, you actually get to create items from them. And yes, when you defeat a boss with X, you get Zero's weapon for him as well, and vice versa. And they're not all in Japanese this time. That's awesome. You got the Orbiter Wing, nice. Neither did we. Okay, it didn't let me create one now. I think I need a higher rank. I don't quite understand how that works myself. It's kind of interesting. Of course, you gotta love how Zero is automatically an SA rank, and I'm a start as a B rank. Of course, then again, in my canon, as I just showed with my streams, Zero was the one who defeated Repliforce. X was just doing whatever. Who knows? Ooh, look at it. Incoming message from sources unknown. Who's this? Never seen him. Nice to meet you, Maverick Hunters. I have no hard feelings toward you, but this is my mission. Before long, I will attack the Hunter base. Aw, Mr. X and Mr. Zero there. Please, play with me. I'm really bored. Don't worry, we'll fight like true sportsmen. Oh, almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dynamo. See you soon. How dare he, at a time like this? Should we even attempt to fight against one so arrogant? So, since we saved, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I need a little bit of a break, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. So, take care.